Hello everyone, welcome to another EzLynx Live. I'm your host, Ryan Beukema, and joining me today in studio to kind of kick things off at the beginning of the year, it's great to have our Vice President of Product, Brenna Johnson, here to join us. Thank you for joining us, Brenna.
Thanks, Ryan. It's always great to be on EzLynx Live. I love the EzLynx Live show because it's one of the best opportunities for people from the product team to talk directly to our agencies.
Well, thank you. I mean, we love the fact that each month we're able to actually show you guys some of the cool new things that we're working on, show you all some tricks and tips and tricks, however they want to say that, about how to use the system, be more efficient in it, and from a product standpoint, really learn how we think the new functionality would integrate in with your system. So we're happy to bring that to y'all every month, and I tell you, we're happy to start off the show, I'd say the best way possible, with our VP. Start off with a bang, there we go. So on today's show, Brenna has joined us to talk about where we're headed here at EzLynx. Moreover, what are some of our goals and our focus areas and projects that we're going to be working on coming up here in 2023. So on today's show, we're going to give you guys just a quick sneak peek of some of the things that we're planning on working on in the next year. So one of the big announcements that was made at AppliedNet, for those of y'all who went and were able to attend, Taylor Rhodes announced that Applied is focusing on two systems going forward, just two actual systems that we're going to be utilizing. So Brenna, what does that mean, that we're just focused on just two systems right now?
In simple terms, it means that EzLynx is here to stay. So Applied truly understands and values the vision that EzLynx brings to the independent insurance agency space. And so one of the things that I love most about independent insurance agencies is that everyone is so unique and different. They have different business goals, they have different objectives, they approach their business from very different perspectives. And in order to meet the needs of all of the customers in the market, we have to have two systems that really focus and differentiate on what agencies need and which one is a better fit for them to help drive and grow their business.
Two systems moving forward at Applied. We're one of those, so EzLynx is not going anywhere. So for any of you out there who might have had a question about after the acquisition, what's going to happen? Well, we're one of the systems. We're it.
Definitely.
So that's really good.
Yes, Applied really believes in our vision. Mm-hmm. So since the introduction of our management system, EzLynx has held a truly unique view in the industry of how a management system should operate within an agency. Mm-hmm. So we truly believe that the software that agencies use to run their business every single day should really help operate as a part of that agency. The system should really help drive employees to focus and understand what they need to do next and really participate in driving the financial success of an agency. So we don't want to just be like some systems out there that are more of just a filing cabinet for storing things that have already happened.
Yep.
We really want to help you focus and move forward.
Yeah, that's kind of that's a different view, but I mean it does impact a lot of the decisions that you're making. You know, build a foundation of simplicity, automation, surface insights, self-service are some of the things that kind of groups into right there for everything.
Yeah, completely. We really want to build on this vision of a smart agency management system that helps to act like a beloved employee in the agency, that helps make automated decisions and really engages humans only when necessary. So this is really helping drive us to our long-standing vision of being the most productive employee in an agency.
So the management system, the most productive employee, we really want them to have an easy job at the agency. We want to provide that using the AMS and everything that we have. So,
exactly.
So what kind of investments is Applied putting into EzLynx this year?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as many of our customers have probably noticed, particularly customers that have been with EzLynx for a while, a lot of what we did this year and where we focused this year was really foundational. So it was something that I kind of like to call invisible work. So we were,
but necessary. We
necessary.
have to do it, but necessary.
Yep. But one of the really exciting parts about that is it helps make sure that we have a really solid, stable platform for years and years to come. But what I'm most excited about is that next year, so 2023, we are really shifting focus back to kind of our core and what makes EzLynx special. So we're focused on work that will drive key outcome for all of our agency partners by really shifting back to our 4 foundational pillars.
And those foundational pillars, those of you who've been watching the show, we brought them up a couple of times, but there's 4 of them, right? There's 4 really important foundational pillars that we look at here at EzLynx. The first one is productivity. How can EzLynx help your agency be productive? You know, what are some things that we can do in the system? So you talk about automation, stuff like that. The next one is going to be profitability. How can EzLynx help the agency be profitable? Maybe payments, different things of that measure. Those are going to be some of the things that we want to focus on. I call them the 2 Ps, profitability, productivity. The other 2, the 2 S's, are going to be scalability. As your agency grows, you need to have a system that can grow with you. So how can we help you guys scale? What can we do to help you be more effective there? And then finally, serviceability, which is a really, really big one, especially given today's age. Serviceability is key. You've got to be able to meet your customers where they want to be met. You got to be able to have a system that can provide those things to you. So that's one of the 4, or the last of the 4 pillars, serviceability. You know, the demand has been of personalized experience reflects like commercial expectations for like big tech, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I screwed that whole thing up what I was saying. But basically, the idea is your personalized experience has really been reflected by like customer expectations with big tech, right? So the trends in the insurtech industry, you know, are really demanding what your insurance agency has to do.
And even other industries.
Right. Just in general, just tech in general, right? So Brenna, one area that I'd like to talk about as a company is for our customers, more specifically, how are we creating a personalized experience inside of EzLynx for them? And what is our focus area for like our products and our features that we're going to be working on that help with that?
Yeah, so one of our focus areas for this year is really to help agencies provide the experience for their customers and prospects that they expect, frankly. So as we just talked about, these trends are set very often by things like the financial sector or online retailers that you're interacting with. And consumers have started to expect that agencies of all sizes provide this same type of personalized communication, whether that is email or text or chat, and digital experiences at the right time across all stages of the life cycle. So agencies are now having to position themselves as tech-savvy digital brands to really remain competitive. So where we want to focus is how do we empower agents to meet their customers where they're at in the channel that they prefer.
Gotcha.
So not forcing them into one way or the other, but really giving the agencies the tools to support their customers however they choose to interact.
So that could be if you think about it, maybe some customers want to interact through email, and that's what they prefer. There's a lot of people, I'm sure there's a lot of agencies out there who, when I say this, you're going to be like, yep, they want to interact through text messaging. That's what they want.
Yes.
They don't want to get an email because emails become the new spam, like you get in your post, your mailbox, right? So I guess, it makes sense meeting people where they want to be met. That ties back to serviceability, to be honest, if you think about it, right?
Well, and also profitability. So if you think of the focus in the sales channel, so when you're interacting with your prospects and leads in the sales channel, that's really setting the expectations for your agency for the rest of that relationship with the customer.
Yep. I mean, and I would say first impressions, most important, right? I mean, you're trying to get them in the door and show them the value of your agency and what you can bring to them. Those first impressions, really important. So cool that we're going to be starting to look at some of those things this year in our projects, the different things that we're going to be working on.
Definitely, and especially as we have brought more and more automation into the system, which really helps agencies scale and be able to interact with the customers. We also want to provide more ways to personalize the communication that's going out through automation to make it really feel like it's coming from a human more than just the system.
Right. I mean, one of the things that you think about that is sometimes kind of weird is if you get an email at like 3 a.m. from your agent. Well, you know the agent didn't send that, right? So how can we be smart about building a system that actually feels personable, you know, and does personable actions? So Cool. We had some neat stuff coming. Now, for those of you who did attend AppliedNet, we had a great session where all of our product managers were up on a stage. You got to ask them questions. You got to hear about what they thought of the industry, some things that they wanted to focus on. And our director of data and analytics, Aaron Rainey, he discussed next year that there's going to be a renewed focus on reporting and analytics in EzLynx, right? How do we provide better reporting? How are we able to provide better insights and analytics with the data that we have in EzLynx for you guys out there, for the agencies? So Brenna, what does this mean in 2023? What are some of the things that we're actually going to be working on?
Great question, Ryan. So at the heart of agency sales, operations, customer service, and even financial projections is really data.
Yep.
And technology must provide agencies with the means to understand and act on what all this data is telling them. So we've done this in some key areas. So like we'll use Retention Center as an example.
Okay.
It's a great product where we're using agencies' data to then inform them and give them additional insights into customer behavior. But really, we need to be doing this in more areas across the system to really start moving towards that vision of a smart agency management system. And I am sure most every user out there knows that right now our day-to-day reports are painful.
Yeah.
And they have some usability challenges, and we need to focus on addressing that and help them be simple, easy to use. And the idea is just help customers get the data and information they need whenever they need it.
Well, I know that some of the teams that work on our reports are currently looking at some of this cool new technology that we're going to be utilizing. And I can tell you, just from the stuff that I've kind of seen, prototypes, things like that, wow, it looks a lot better from being able to ingest the data and understand it a lot better, right?
Yep.
With how we can represent it on the screen, all those different types of things for our agents.
Applied is making a huge investment into our technology and infrastructure that is really going to help us accelerate in this area. So I'm really excited, looking forward to this year.
Okay. Another area that was discussed at AppliedNet last year was our continued focus on expanding our commercial lines functionality in EzLynx, and that brings to mind our integration with Tarmica, right? What's in store for commercial lines this year? What do we have?
We are so excited to welcome Tarmica to the Team Applied family. We are even more excited to be able to bring them to our customers through an integration with that platform to bring commercial quoting directly into EzLynx. So what this does is this is going to get rid of that re-entry of the commercial lines application data and help make a single round-trip seamless experience for commercial workflows. So bringing some of those efficiencies that we have on the personal line system into our commercial workflows as well. So we are very focused on taking these overly complex, disjointed commercial workflows and seeing how we can streamline and simplify them. As more and more of our agencies diversify into commercial books of business, it's really important that we help bring these same efficiencies into the commercial workflows.
So finally, once again, some of the new functionality that we showed at AppliedNet in 2022 was Applied Pay. We debuted Applied Pay, which is more of a relates to just payments in general in EzLynx. And for those of you who weren't catching it, we talked about this at AppliedNet, talked about this at AppliedNet. We have a lot of cool stuff that we're going to have at AppliedNet this year.
We have a few surprises.
Some cool things. So for those of you who are on the fence debating, do I want to go to AppliedNet? Do I not want to go to AppliedNet? It's going to be in Vegas this year. We've got some really neat things that are going to be coming up that we're going to be able to show everybody. So I encourage you, come out. You will be able to interact with us, which I thought was great. This year at AppliedNet, we got to sit down, we got to talk with agents, we got to hear what they thought about the system. Same thing that we'd had at previous conferences, you have it at AppliedNet. You get that face-to-face time with the product team, right?
Yeah, and we use that input really heavily as we build our roadmaps for the upcoming year. So it's really influential, and we take it really seriously.
Yes. So come out, help influence the system. I encourage you to come to AppliedNet 2023. So let's go back to segue. Let's go back to payments. What are some of the focus areas that we have on payments that are going to be coming up?
Yeah, so as most agencies know, collecting payments can be highly inefficient today. And so we want to continue to bring some of the automation that we've already started bringing additionally into payments. So how do we automate its interaction with the accounting product? So how do we automatically apply the receipts to the payments and connect it all together without a human having to take that additional step? So that kind of moves us again towards where we're trying to go with exceptions only. Another area that we're really focused on around this too is, so as everyone knows, Client Center right now is where the consumers would interact with Applied Pay and be able to go in and pay their bills. And so we're looking at focusing on how we make that a single one-stop shop for payments. So how do we give them quick access to their direct bill and links to their direct bill payments as well? So what this does is really help customers who prefer to interact with their agencies through digital experiences really have a single place that they're going to get all of their information. And it just helps it be, just improve the user experience really for your customers.
Right. If you think about it, I mean, it's logical that we're going to be supporting payments and things like that and the different options, agency bill, direct bill, all that type of stuff in Client Center. And if you think about it, why would we want to do it? Well, you want to have a single portal where all of your insureds, all of your customers can go to get their information, maybe request a document, share documents with you, make a payment. Having that single contact point builds the value of that 365-day-a-year digital agent that VJ is so proud of. One of our product managers who is in charge of that, I'm sure you've seen him before on the show, VJ, loves, and that's his product Client Center, but that's the joy of it, right? We want to have a single spot for your insureds to go to get the information they need to be able to move on with their day.
Well, and it really helps the agents focus on spending extra time with their clients to make that relationship convenient, educational, beneficial to the insured. And there's always going to be customers who would prefer to interact via phone or email or one of those other ways. But really, our goal is how do we provide the information right at an agent's fingertips, so no matter what way or multiple ways the insured wants to interact with the agency, it's right there and it's simple.
You know, one of the things that we heard at AppliedNet from a couple of agents is this idea of sometimes staffing problems, right? Like there's a shortage. I mean, the market's hard to find talent, right? So having that portal like Client Center, that's that extra person in the office who can do some of these self-servicing tasks and help your insureds be up to speed and make requests. That's huge. That's a huge benefit.
Combined with the power of automation. And just in all reality, we don't have enough of our agencies that are truly leveraging Automation Center to its full potential. For the agents that are using it, it's been a powerful tool to really accelerate growth in their agency and improve customer satisfaction.
If you're not utilizing Automation Center to help generate some of your notes, your tasks, send payment information out, please go and take a look. It's not as scary as you think. We actually have in there, and we showed it on the shows a couple back, we actually have built-out templates. So if you needed to have an idea about how do I start, where do I even begin to automate something, we have a pre-built template that you can just pull up, utilize, or customize it, change it a bit if you want. But it's all right there for you. It's super simple to get turned on. So I always like to say, and Brenna, you say this a lot, it's a short investment of time up front, right? It takes like 5 minutes to go in, turn one of these things on, get it set up the way you want. But downline, you're not having to constantly send out emails every single time this certain action or something happens in the system. This trigger is met, right? I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So cool stuff. We've got some really cool things that we have in the hopper for this year. Really cool stuff.
More details about it in the roadmap article that's coming out on our blog. So if you want to see a little bit more about what we did this year and where we're going for next year.
Highly encourage you. Take a look at the article. So that's all the time that we have for our show today. Before we go, though, I do want to give a quick shout out. I promised it back around Thanksgiving, that I would give a shout out to our support and our training team. They've been really hard working at a lot of really cool training documentation, updating the training videos. There is a link in the description for this recording for today, for our EzLynx Live. Click on that. It will take you to our personal and commercial lines workflow checklists. They have all new videos. So if you want to understand how to do like a general workflow or some different things in commercial lines, we got a video for it. For personal lines, got a video for it. Please head over to the section, take a look at those YouTube videos. They've all been updated. They're really good, really good. Olivia's been doing an amazing job at doing all that stuff. So that's all the time we have for today's show. Once again, I want to thank our Vice President of Product here at EzLynx, Brenna Johnson. Thank you. Thank you for being on the show today. And thank you out there for everybody who tuned in. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.